Excuse me, sir. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
I was 21.
21 years old. And how'd you get rich?
God made me a millionaire.
God made you a millionaire. Who is your God?
Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior.
And what's your name?
My name is Jameis Winston.
And what do you do?
I'm a quarterback.
You're an NFL player.
Yes, I am.
Could I get a minute with you real quick?
Yeah, of course.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
25 million, actually.
$25 million.
Yeah.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, I didn't.
You didn't come from money?
No, I didn't.
You didn't come from a rich family, but a rich family is going to come from you.
A wealthy family is going to come from me. 3 generations behind me through the choices and decisions that we make.
Hey, generational wealth, baby.
Absolutely, baby.
Man, a lot of athletes go broke. What did you do with that money when you first started to make it?
I didn't really touch my game money. I really worked off my endorsement money.
How did you develop that mindset to think so much bigger?
Gratitude is the key to abundance. My dad, he told me like the 3 rules of life. And that's God, that's education, and you can do anything you put your mind to. And the 3 rules of football was never give up, never give up, never give up.
How old are you now?
I'm 32.
Somebody doesn't believe in God. What would your message be to them?
My message would be find a local church. You have a creator. You have someone that loves you dearly. Jesus Christ died on the cross for us, and he saved us for our sins.
I like that you're not afraid to say that either. A lot of people just say God, but who is your God?
Well, we're called to be bold for his throne, so he can then vouch for us to get into heaven.
I love that.
These worldly things, they're here. These trees and stuff, they're going to be here for a good while, but we are only here for a vapor. So how can you be an influence? How can you impact someone else to serve a high calling on this earth?
Hey, this is a Bible study that the people need right now.
No, it's simple things, man. It's bigger than you. And I think when you understand that you have a creator that put you here for a very unique purpose, I just let my light shine and I let his light shine through me.
Can I tell you something?
What's up, James?
That was a beautiful interview, man. Excuse me, sir. Sir, I got a question for you. How did you get rich?
I'm so broke I can't pay attention. I'm only kidding.
How did you get rich, man? I go all over the world.
So you see the trucks? I was in the logistics business.
So you're a business owner.
I'm a business owner, but he sold it.
How much did you sell your company for?
A lot of money.
Give me a range.
Over 500.
500
million.
You sold a company for 500 million. Can I interview you for a minute real quick?
What?
Can I interview you for 1 minute
Sure,
real quick?
why not?
How did you get the money to start your business? Did you come from a lot of money?
No, I swear to you, in 40 years, I never borrowed a dime to run my business. The only thing I borrowed money on was brand new trucks.
You don't like debt?
No, I'm a debt-free operator. And a lot of guys leverage all the debt up and they want to talk about how many buildings they own, but they're so broke because they're leveraged up. We have no leverage. So when I sold, it was a cash-free, debt-free deal. All the money went in my pocket.
But how did you scale?
Everybody needs trucking. Everything you touch, eat, wear, smell has to be moved by a truck.
So it's recession-proof.
100%. I had all the big Fortune 100 companies. Every retailer, I brought that freight to that store.
I'm going to challenge you right now. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation that you've ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice you ever received throughout your career?
I'm going to tell you. So I'm from New York. I'm Italian. A dear friend of my father's takes me out to lunch. And he tells me, kid, forget about all the bullshit. Go to work every single day. Nothing stopped me. I never left a soldier behind. And failure is not an option. Just attack every day.
So how old are you now?
I'm 60.
Whose generation works harder, yours or mine?
Oh, no. You guys have forgot about it. You guys you're done.
But how can somebody my age stand out?
A lot of people want to punch the clock of life. They want to go and they want to bullshit. They waste their time. They hide in jobs. We don't hide. When you own the business, you have to do every single job.
Can I see the watch real quick?
Sure.
You have a house on your wrist right now.
I sure do. I have a few of them.
You have a few of them.
Yeah. You know, you have to live large in every category, and a lot of people don't.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, buddy.
How did you know God was real?
I had a life-changing, when I sold my business 2 months later, I had a massive heart attack.
You had a heart attack?
I had a heart attack. My son and his dog saved my life, got me to the hospital. You want to wake up? That's a wake-up call.
God was with you in that moment?
100%. That's the truth.
You got amazing advice, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ladies. How did you guys get rich?
You can ask her that question.
How did you get rich? Like, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
I was 22 years old.
You said 22?
22.
How do you now?
I'm 34.
34. And how did you get rich? What did you do?
I was the founder of an app called Sweat, and then we sold.
How much did you sell your company for?
400 million.
You sold a company for 400 million. Could I interview you for a minute real quick? I go all over the world interviewing the richest people to help the younger
I follow you. I've seen all your stuff.
Is that
yes,
cool?
Of course.
Where are you from?
I'm from Australia.
Did you come from a lot of money?
Absolutely not. I actually started in my parents' backyard.
Did you have any investors in the company? Did you bootstrap it?
Bootstrap the whole thing.
The entire thing?
Yes.
To 400 million?
And yeah.
What's the number one thing that business owners get wrong when they try to sell their company?
I mean, I think I did it wrong. I think when you're selling a company, you want to be able to sell the company that doesn't have you attached to it. If I could do anything and do it all over again, is I would remove myself as part of the company. You want to sell it and be able to celebrate and relax, but for me, it wasn't relaxing.
They call that the key man risk.
That's right.
That's why they say that Disney's the best business, because Mickey Mouse isn't in the negotiation.
That's exactly right. I love that.
So there's some truth to that.
Absolutely there is.
Now, you made a lot of millions in your career. How does somebody make their money work for them?
Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The first thing that ever made me money that I was so excited decided that I bought was a petrol station. Like
station?
a petrol station, gas station.
You bought a gas station?
Yeah, and I was like, wow, out of all the millions of dollars, it's so cool to see rent coming in from a gas station. Like just diversifying your wealth. Because one day the internet might shut off and it'll all be gone.
Were there any days early on that you didn't think that it was going to work out?
There were days that I would literally be found in a ball in the corner of my gym crying because I got overwhelmed.
So for somebody that may feel like they're at rock bottom, they're dealing with a ton of pressure right now, what would be your message to them?
The greatest piece of advice I've ever received is someone said, you know that you are under no obligation to be the same person you were yesterday. And I think that is really strong in the fact that you can make a change. If you have a passion, go for it.
You got amazing advice.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Make sure when you get the interview, get the jacket.
How did he get rich?
You gotta ask him. He got the best story in America.
How did you get rich?
You won't believe it.
How did you get rich, man? How did you get rich?
I shred junk metal cars for a living.
You shred junk cars?
Yeah, it's not that
serious?
glamorous. Yeah,
How long have you been an entrepreneur?
it's got to be like 40 years.
What was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Net 60 or 70 million.
Shredding junk cars.
Yeah.
Could I interview you for a minute real quick?
Yes, sir.
Do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
I mean, it's tough. My eyes are bloodshot. You don't sleep much. It's not that sexy.
How did you get the money to start your business? Did you have a lot of money when you started out?
No, loans. I took bank loans. I was really over leveraged in the beginning. It was a total shit show.
Are you actually?
It was bad.
Do you trust the banks today?
Yeah, they've been great to me, but I also know that if you mess with them, they'll bury you.
What is the lesson about money that banks don't want people to know?
I just think you gotta watch the small print that you're signing. That's why it's in really small print. Get a magnifying glass before you sign that stuff.
What do you mean by the small print?
You know, like on the, when you sign a bank loan or credit card thing, it gets really small at the bottom. You might want to read that stuff.
I'm going to challenge you right now. Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had. What is the greatest piece of advice that you've received?
When I was driving to prison and I asked my dad if he had any advice for me, and I thought he was going to say this really long thing, and he just looked at me and said, "Don't be a pussy." So that was it. You can't just feel sorry for yourself.
So you learned that nobody was coming to save you.
No, you have to save yourself. There's no money tree in the backyard, nothing.
Now, I've interviewed a lot of billionaires, and a lot of people say that they're miserable. Are you happy?
Right now, I'm happy as fuck, yeah.
Are you
It's the happiest I've ever been in my life.
What is it that keeps so many people depressed and miserable, especially when they become so successful?
This is a tough world, but we're tougher. My biggest strength is I can be happy with nothing.
Really?
That's the best thing about prison. I can live without anything. And I'm not going to speak for other people's problems, but with mine, our problems are so little compared to other people's problems.
Do you believe in God?
I mean, somebody definitely helped me get to this place. It sure wasn't by my good looks or anything, you know?
You got amazing advice, my friend. Gates open. Alright, you guys. Look at this crib right here, man. Excuse me, sir.
Help you guys?
Is this your house?
Yeah.
How did you afford this place, man?
How'd you guys get in here?
You opened the gate.
I told you were UPS.
No, I'm going all over New York interviewing the richest people. Do you think I could interview you
I'm just headed out.
for 1 minute? I grew channel to 20 million followers, interviewing the richest people in the world. I have to just ask you, like, is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
How'd you get rich?
I started an internet advertising company. Ever hear of Blackstone?
Blackstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bought my company in 2016. Not once, but twice.
For how much money?
A lot of money.
Could you give me a range?
200 million. And then I bought it back.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So did you have a lot of money when you started the company?
Absolutely
initially?
nothing. Started out in my basement.
So you didn't come from money?
No, typical immigrant story.
So how old are you?
53.
But you've already sold for $200 million. Are you happy?
Yes.
You are?
But I'm always chasing something.
Do you think that's a blessing and a curse, though? Because
It is. The biggest thing is not losing that founder spirit and what made you great in the beginning.
you said you bought your company back.
I bought my company back.
Do you think when most exits happen, the company that buys it, they ultimately ruin it?
For the most part. Because we know what they forget? The people behind it. That's the most crucial thing.
The people behind it, meaning the customers or the employees?
No, the employees. Private equity comes in for the most part. They want to change everything. I think the biggest thing is always running that company like a startup, regardless of the size.
How do you feel about AI?
I think it's the most amazing thing. The world's going to change in 3 years. It's also going to eradicate a lot of jobs that are out there.
Are you using AI every day?
Every single day.
And
Every
what?
single waking moment.
Now, I noticed the Ferrari. I noticed the $10 million home that we're at right now. Was it like that for you in the beginning?
Absolutely not. I started everything out of my basement.
So how long did it take for you to really start spending money on yourself?
It was 6 years. 6 or 7 years of giving up everything. Holidays, weekends, family life. Nose to the grindstone.
Did you eat glass for a while?
Yeah,
You did?
absolutely. The first year I made nothing.
So after that first year, what was that self-talk like? Did you question it at any point in time? Did you doubt yourself?
No, because momentum builds on momentum. So these little wins, regardless of what they were, even if it was a small account, you knew that you had the capacity to go to the next one and the next one. You just can't have self-doubt. Believe in yourself.
Well, you got amazing advice, sir.
No, I'm glad I ran into you guys. I wasn't going to let you in, but
Thank you, man. I appreciate
really
that.
appreciate it.
Excuse me, sir. Is this your house?
Yeah.
What did you do to afford this place?
Who are you?
I grew a social media channel to 20 million followers.
Dude, in New York, you don't just roll up on people's houses like this.
Could I just ask, what do you do?
I build public schools.
You build schools?
Yep.
Could I get 1 minute with you for the channel?
All right, 1 minute.
What's the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Oh, Jesus. 150 million a year.
$150 million. Did you ever think 20-year-old you had any idea that this was going to happen?
I do two things every morning. I wake up, I laugh because my life was not supposed to go like this. And then what I like to call Viking brain kicks in. And I realize that if I want to eat today, I got to go out and kill something. So I get out of bed and I go kill shit every day.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, not a dollar. I started with a pickup truck and a bag of tools in 1999.
How'd you get the money for the pickup truck?
I borrowed 30 grand from my father that I don't even think he had to loan me at the time, but
So it's by any means necessary.
any means necessary.
Were you a good student in school?
No, horrible.
Hey, but now you build the schools.
Exactly.
And why schools? Is there like a good business there?
We started buying an old Catholic school building in Jamaica, Queens. Got introduced to the charter school world just because I happened to have an empty school building. Realized that there was a hole in the market, and we doubled, triple, quadrupled down, and we're now 21 schools deep with 10,000 kids in our buildings.
So how are the margins in your business? Because I know construction can be very capital intensive.
You know, listen, the reality of it is we're not so much a construction company, we're a real estate company. We own the buildings. So if it costs me a little bit more to build the building, that's fine. I'm in the business of building generational wealth.
So there's a lesson there in itself, is that you got to own real estate.
100%.
You own a lot of real estate today?
Lots.
How much?
$600-700 million.
That you owed?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
50.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Wow. Okay. Guy that really put me on the map on my first hotel deal. He said, I want you to picture two bulls rather, standing at the top of a hill, looking down at a field of cows. Young bull turns to the old bull and goes, let's run down there, screw one of those cows. Old bull goes, let's walk down, screw them all. Teaches you patience. When it comes to real estate, when it comes to anything else, don't sell, hold.
And you got amazing advice, sir.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a question for you. How did you get rich, sir? I grew a channel to 20 million followers in the United States.
Am I being filmed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My one piece of advice is this. You don't get rich by working for someone else. You don't get rich by being paid a salary. You don't get rich by starting your own business. You slave your guts out night and day meeting cash flow crises. You get rich by selling your business. So my advice to someone who wants to get rich, start a business. Build it up for a couple of years and then sell it.
What type of company did you sell? Real quick, sir.
Are you happy with what I said?
It was a great answer, but sir, I promise you, it's not enough for a clip.
No more.
Sir,
You're not going to get more out of it. He founded the Adam Smith Institute.
he rejected us yesterday, but look who we just saw. How you doing, sir?
I now know who you are. I looked you up.
How old are you today?
I'm in my 86th year.
You're 86 years old?
I will be this year, yes.
Is it better to be a business owner or an investor in today's world?
Oh, it's better to be a businessman.
Why?
Investors, you take your chances. As a businessman, you're dependent on your own abilities, your own skills, your own expertise.
Now, yesterday you told me that the way to get rich in today's world is to sell a company. What do people need to understand when they want to build a company to sell it?
Join a firm, learn the trade, and then with a colleague or two, set up your own version. Build it up over a few years, 2 or 3 years, and then you sell it for a multiple and you become rich.
I bet you've read a lot of books before. What's the number one book anybody needs to read before they die?
Before they get rich, they need to read Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations.
You're 86 today. Do you have any regrets?
Oh, everyone has regrets, of course. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Hey, that's a Frank Sinatra right there.
Yeah.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
My motto, in Latin, quod tango puto. In English, it means that which I touch, I change. If you can change the world, change the lives of other people for the better, you'll get rich.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
28.
28 years old. And then how did you get rich?
You're not going to ask me when I became a billionaire.
Are you serious?
Yes.
How did you become a billionaire? How did you get
Own
rich?
business.
You own business?
have to own your business, yes.
So how many companies do you own?
I have more than 10 companies around the world.
Can I interview you for a minute?
Yes, of course.
So what was the most amount of money you made in a single year?
When I was young, 6 months, $80 million.
You made 80 million in 6 months?
Yes.
In what business?
IP licensing.
Did you come from a lot of money?
I started with negative debt of $3 million.
You started negative $3 million in debt. How?
My family member passed away and I inherited $3 million in debt, not in cash.
For somebody who is stuck in that cycle of poverty, what advice would you give to them?
If you want to escape the cycle of poverty, be friend with at least one rich person, because all the rich people want to teach you how they become rich. They want to give you some money to start your business. The poor will only bring you down.
Did you go to college?
Yes, of course. I had 2 master's degrees before I was 20 years old.
What's one lesson about business that you would teach me right here that is not taught in business school?
Okay, a lot of people aim for sales for the figure of the revenue. No, not the revenue, not even profit, because your profit could be hidden in the bad debts, in the things that you can't get. The most important thing is the net cash that you can take out of the business as the net dividend after tax in your pocket. That's all that counts.
That's game right there.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
My parents are from Thailand, but I live in Monaco.
How important is it for an entrepreneur to leave their hometown?
It is the best thing. Every time you leave your hometown, it's no longer comfortable. You become enlightened.
So it's safe to say that you can't become a billionaire working from home.
You're not a tree.
You're not a tree. Hey, if you're going to sit on the couch, go sit on the couch in Paris.
Yes.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Remember, don't always try to make people like you, because when you're successful, you will have haters. You only need to please God, and that's it. Because human, you can never please them. They can't even please themselves.
You have amazing advice.
Thank you.